Hi, my name is Jonathan Bean, and I'm very grateful for this chance to interview. You've sent me a list of 5 questions, and I'm excited to answer them. Let's get right to it. Okay, question number 1 that you've asked me to answer. What are some of the benefits in combining your email marketing and social media strategies, and how would you accomplish this strategy? So, I think it would be most helpful if email marketing and social media marketing are creating a feedback loop where they are sustaining each other. So, for example, one of the benefits is your email could connect to your social media, and your social media could connect to your email, like this. Here are a couple of examples. In the email, it could say, "Want to meet more people like you?" or want to leave a review? Head over to our social media. On your social media, you could say, "Want more tips? Sign up for our email. List." And so you create these sort of cross-sustaining feedback loops that help you in a really good way. Okay, next question. Tell me about a customer journey that you went on and what you liked and didn't like about the experience. Okay, so when I was looking to get a pair of shoes, because I was getting leg pain at the end of every single one of my shifts, I was looking for shoes that were called zero-drop shoes, because I'd heard so many good things about them. When I went to Altra's website, this one particular runner shoe website, everything looked super professional and well-designed. It was clearly a company that I could take seriously. But there wasn't a clear answer on what kind of zero-drop shoe I was looking for, and I wasn't really getting any of my questions answered. So it wasn't until I actually walked into a runner store and asked about the benefits of zero-drop shoes that I actually got my answers. So initial impressions, fantastic beginning to my customer journey. The middle part, though, I wasn't able to easily find the info that I was looking for. And it wasn't until I went into a physical location that then it finally worked. Okay, third question. Provide an example of a transactional email you received recently and how it did or did not follow best practices. Okay, so I am subscribed to epicgames.com, and I got an email from them just a couple weeks ago talking about their privacy policy. Here's how it starts. Here's some mistakes that they make. Hi, no name, just saying hi, so not personalized. We're updating our terms of service to make things simpler and more consistent. Okay, good opening sentence. We are also updating, count the number of privacies you see in this sentence. We are also updating our privacy policy to provide more information about our privacy practices, including releasing our privacy information for young players. What a mess of a second sentence. You can hardly follow what's going on. Next sentence. Starting November 28th, when you play Fortnite, Rocket League, Fortnite Sideswipe, Fall Guys, or use Post Party, you'll be asked to accept a new Epic Games terms of service that applies to all of these products. I think the guy who wrote this just wrote the first thing that came into his head and didn't have anybody look at it. What would have been better is if they'd said, "We have a new terms of service for the following games," and then showed a bulleted list. That would make the information much more concise, and you could see exactly what it is. The second thing that they could have done is, at the end of this email, they do have links for the terms of service and the privacy policy and the privacy information for young players. They have links for each of those things, but they should have had these links at the beginning. It should have just said, "Here's our privacy policy. Here's our updated terms of service. Here's our privacy information for young players. Link, link, link." That would have been so much more streamlined rather than this big meandering sentence and paragraph. Fourth one. Tell me about an onboarding experience you've had in your life. What did you like about it? What did you not like about it? So, I chose Cricut, the crafting company. Cricut, Cricut. When you first open up their software, you download their software from their website, and the moment you open up their software, you're only given 2 options. A button that says product setup or a button that says sign in, which is fantastic because it instantly separates the newcomers from the old comers. If you click on product setup, then it instantly has you create a Cricut ID. And I remember a time when I actually worked for Cricut when it didn't auto choose set up a Cricut ID. Instead, when you clicked on product setup and it had you create a new Cricut ID, it accidentally put you to the sign-in page, which means if you were trying to create a new Cricut ID, it thought you were trying to sign in with an existing one, and so it would come back, error, no user exists, and a lot of people will get frustrated about it. They have since fixed that so that now clicking product setup prompts you to put in a Cricut ID as though it's the first time. It's streamlined. You want to make it so streamlined. Another thing that Cricut does is when you first open up the software, it says, are you familiar with Cricut software? And you can just say yes or no. And if you say yes, tutorial's done. And if you say no, it starts to guide you through the process. One thing that they could do better, though, is have a few more videos, like miniature videos that played. Okay, final question. Why is it important for companies to create a unified experience across all their channels? Mobile, email, web, social, etc. Because you want your product to feel unified. No matter where your customer is coming from, you want them to feel confident that they know they're in the right place. So if you use an orange background with a white logo in one place, you should use an orange background with a white logo in every place. If you have a purple background with a white logo, customers are going to get confused because they're like, wait, where? I thought I just clicked on this. I thought I just clicked on HubSpot or whatever. You have to make sure that your brand feels unified so that all of them feel like they're coming from the same source. That builds customer confidence and it builds their trust. Well, I really appreciate this opportunity to interview with you. I hope you consider me seriously for the position, and hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching.